Scott bought me a dryer ball.
Which is what everyone does to for the people they love.
Tonight on Ghost Tourist.
Hi, this is Scott.
And I'm Cindy.
And we're Ghost Tourists.
When we travel, we visit haunted locations.
So we can tell you if they're spooky or dooky.
We are at the Mayflower Park Hotel
In Seattle, Washington, USA, North America. And it's supposedly haunted by two different ghosts. Where are we going?
to the 6th floor.
One is on the 6th floor. It's an old man that people say watches people when they sleep.
Ooh.
That's how we walk when we look for ghosts.
You know what? It is kind of creepy up here.
In what way is it any different than our hallway?
It's darker. Ours goes deeper, doesn't it? There's no window at the end.
And then he goes from room to room. Like he doesn't just stick in one room, so you may see him going through the walls in the hallway.
Why did you do that? Did you hear it? Yes. Exit. No.
Oh shoot. It's outside.
So does he like hover over them, like look down, or?
Some people say that he hovers over them and looks down. Other people just say they feel like they're being watched.
Can you imagine? I wouldn't be able to sleep.
What is this? What is this door right here? It goes to nowhere. There's no doorknob.
It's a suite.
It has no hinges. It's just a door to nowhere. So the 6th floor, what's your evaluation?
It's darker and it's heavier than our floor. So I don't know if the heaviness is because of the darkness, but it feels heavier up here.
What if we put it on like a 18-hour fast? Would that?
What's that noise?
Maybe it's the ice machine. Wait.
We never did find out exactly what that noise was or where it was coming from. But as we investigated further, Cindy did find her reflection in a mirror by the elevator.
Here we are.
And on the 11th floor, particularly room 1120, there's another spirit, a middle-aged man who watches people. Everybody here likes to be watched, apparently. It's a very exhibitionistic
To
hotel.
sleep. Looks exactly the same. 11:17. See, this place is not as dark, right? This place isn't, but I feel it's dark.
So some people purposely stay there. He's more of a prankster. Like he'll play tricks on the staff. One story was that a janitor found his bucket missing. And he was looking all over his bucket, and then he found it exactly where he left it, but one floor lower. Hello, front desk. I'd like to report a ghost.
But what we found on the 11th floor was orbs, and lots of them.
I just saw orbs. Or dust. Yes. Or oh, there's another one. Where? It might just be dust. Here it goes again. I got 3 so far. This is the dustiest hallway I've ever been in.
But the orbs were all around me, or just in the hallway?
I think just in the air. It seemed to me like it was dust, but there was an awful lot, and there was on the 11th and nothing on the 6th. Yeah, it's a lot of dust. But Cindy filmed the exact same place at the exact same time.
You can see in my videos him videotaping the orbs, and I got none of them in mine, and I was videotaping him videotaping. So if I was standing in the same spot videotaping, and he got orbs in his video, wouldn't I also get orbs in my video?
She got nothing. which proves I'm a sensitive. I'm much more in tune with the spiritual, where she's a lump that's dead inside. Maybe I'm dusty. The worst part is, when we saw the orbs, they looked like this.
That bought me a dryer ball.
Which is what everyone does to the people they love. Dryer ball.
We weren't staying on the infamous 6th floor or haunted 11th floor. But on the 3rd floor in room 315, we did have our own strange experiences.
Do they like knock on your door and try to open your bedroom door?
No, but that happened to us. So Cindy thought I was at the door, but I was in the other room. This is a 2-bedroom suite because we're rich white Americans. Oh, you're not. Well, you tell it.
Well, Scott was in the other room, and I was on the phone talking to my daughter, and I thought that I was talking too loud and that he was getting up to close the door to the bedroom. And then I turned to look, and my door was wide open, and so I'm like, oh, that's not Scott. And then I thought, oh, it's somebody trying to get into our room.
So this was Cindy's view of the hallway.
And I heard the door, rattle, the doorknob rattle, and I turned to look at it, and it kept going. And then I looked under the door. You can see the carpet in the hallway outside the door, so you'd be able to see like shadows because you could see the light to the hallway. And there was no shadow. There was nobody standing there when that was happening. So.
But I also heard a bunch of knocking. At one point I woke up because I thought Cindy was waking me up going, it's time to get up, because it was shave and a haircut. No. But she was asleep. The other thing that happened is, baby was the 11th floor prankster. He took my glasses.
Oh.
And we spent probably an hour last night, like from midnight to 1 a.m. or 11:30 to 12:30, looking for my missing glasses, which I thought I'd put on the bedside table. Gone.
We couldn't find them anywhere on the floor, on the luggage, or anywhere. Like, we kept looking and looking and looking for them.
Pulled all the sheets off the bed, moved all the pillows, looked under the bed with a flashlight. So we had to spend an entire day of our stay here in Seattle at the optometrist getting me new glasses because the ghost never returned. No, they were behind the end table, caught in the cables of the lamp.
And that wasn't supernatural. That was just when we were pulling the covers up over.
It was just super.
So on the spooky scale, we give the Mayflower Hotel 2 out of 5 ghosts.
And this is what he came back with for his wife.
You're welcome.